As you can see, I'm having a hard time breathing walking up this road. Our four-wheeler was not able to make it up the road, so we've been hiking. And to my left are the amazing mountains, the Himalayas. And people live in the hills, and if we scan, we'll see some of the terraced foothills where people farm. And the hills are so steep that you'll notice that there's like a 3-foot wall, and then there'll be about 6 to 8 feet of planting, and then another 3-foot wall. Most of the people in Nepal live in the foothills below the great mountains where we have our schools, where we do our work. And this is one view of the village that the school is in, with the school below us. And this is one of the many thousands of small villages tucked away in the foothills of Nepal, in this beautiful country, but a country in which a government doesn't really function that well, in which there's much work to be done to educate the children. And we're very proud that Santi School has a role in this. Santi School has now worked with 45 schools, either building schoolrooms or doing teacher education. This is one of the schools that we built a small additional schoolroom for in the past year or so. So come on, we'll walk up the road now and we'll go see the school. Until this past year, there were no roads to these villages in the hills. One thing that the Nepali government has done in the last couple of years is start to build many roads, although some like this were impassable for us today. But there's still roads to villages which previously were completely isolated from the world, such as this village here. To the left, you'll see a school building that we're working on. We've completed the ground floor and it's additional schoolrooms. So this is a Santi School Project that we've completed the ground floor, which makes up several classrooms. And if we look to my right, or we're walking to my right, the old school buildings are to our right now. School buildings are very simple, mostly made with brick or concrete block, and we're working on making them more beautiful and decorated. We were just told by the principal that enrollment in this school has increased by 100 students this past year, partly due to the work and appreciation of the work that we have done at Santi School, that Rosie and our other teachers have done here. And as you can see, it's the happy children that are learning and wanting to come to school that make all the difference.
Especially if I have to describe the scenario of rural Nepal, then it's like the children are not treated as children, and the teachers especially, they don't have knowledge about what the child wants and what are the needs of the child. They are not actually treated as a child, they are treated as an adult. I try my hard to connect the emotion between teacher and the student, so it will create a wonderful environment inside the school for the teacher to teach and student to learn.
Even the little children are willing to come to school. Even if there is a long vacation, the children do not want to stay at home. Even sometimes I get calls. The parents say that their children want to go to school. So actually, we are really very much grateful to Rosie.
I have the privilege of sitting here with Rabindra, we call him Rabi Mahadran, who is the head of our board in Nepal of Santi School. Can you explain to us why it's so important that we teach English in Nepali schools?
And without having the knowledge of English, then we wouldn't have a better life. That means we can't go to higher education or the technical fields.
I understand also that when we teach English in public schools, it makes the parents of the children much more willing to both send them to school and keep them in school rather than take them home to work in the fields.
That is true, Robert, that is true. The community have the perception that when the kids learn English, then they will have a broader horizon in their future lives actually. Before, when we visited the community schools, there was a trend that the students were leaving the community schools. And after the teachers got trained, they are also marketing in their own communities that the school is transforming into a better school. That means even in our experience, I've also seen that the principal of one of the schools that we're working had sent his kids to the private school in the Kathmandu Valley, and later on he brought his kids back to his school. And I think that is also one of the successes that we
Become a doctor.
So this is pretty wonderful. Here we see that we're living in rural Nepal. There are goats in the background. Farther back there's some cows. And here we have children who want to become doctors and teachers. And this is our goal, to educate the children of Nepal. And what is your name?
My name is Susmita.
Sumita?
Sushmita.
Sushmita. Namaste, Sushmita.
Hello banana, hello banana. We must peel, we must peel. Banana is so good, banana is so good. Yum, 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 yum. Red and apple, we must cut, we must cut. Apple is so sweet, apple is so sweet. Crunch, 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 crunch. Watermelon, watermelon. Papaya, papaya. Lychee, 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 lychee. Cucumber, cucumber.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us.